Dear reader, let me start by offering my apologies for my blunt way of writing. I can but say in excuse of it that I am more accustomed to handle a rifle than a pen. I am no stranger to exaggeration, yet however unlikely the tale I'm about to tell might seem to you, it is how I remember it. For I've learned the hard way that all things live forever, though at times they sleep and are forgotten. A great name can be an even greater burden. My special talent to attract problems just kicked in again. Another thing, it seems, that I've inherited from my famous ancestor.
We sure picked a lovely day to meet your ex-colleague.
I very much doubt that there is ever a day without a sandstorm around here. And he would probably object to the word colleague. I wasn't a field agent back then, after all. Only intel. The nagging voice of bureaucracy, as he so eloquently put it.
In any case, I'm sure he'll be worth the trouble.
You're seldom wrong, Professor. But today might be just one of those days. Hey, stop!
You should pick your drivers more carefully around these parts.
Professor, meet James Lee Quatermain. So many books. I thought you'd be more the magazine type.
Yeah, they came with the flat. Since you've come all this way to find me, I guess you don't just want my great-grandfather's compass for your personal collection.
No, it's of vital importance to our mission, and thus to the fate of our nation.
Sounds dramatic. I think the price just went up.
But more importantly, I want you to join our mission, Mr. Quatermain.
Look, Professor, I called a couple of old friends and did some background checks on your little agency. I'm not really interested in that mythical nonsense you guys investigate. So I'm afraid I'd have to...
I've done some checking of my own, Mr. Quatermain. On you. A gambler as notorious as yourself could use some extra cash. And Agent Goodwin could use someone with experience out there to watch her back. Here, this belonged to your great-grandfather. You'll need it.
This is gonna cost you. I hope you know that. Oh, what the hell. Just let me finish my breakfast. My great-grandfather, Alan Quatermain. His name, a byword for adventure, and my main source of income. A lot of people paid good money to say they traveled with a Quatermain. And I did whatever anyone would pay me for. Even played babysitter for a greenhorn agent.
Our informant among the Nazis briefed us if we tried to get in left. But we're sure they will return. Where they failed, we have to succeed.
Just remember the deal. I get you in, I get you out. And that's my role done. You get your artifact. Whatever else I find, I get to keep.
Spoken like a true hero.
Spoken like someone who's worked for Uncle Sam before. He considered all this to be a trap.
Our informant's been leaking viable data to us under the alias Shepherd for months now. We can trust him.
Sure. If you say so.
We have to be careful. You remember my driver? The Arab who tried to steal my bag? He was part of a tribe of thieves who believe Egypt's cultural heritage is theirs to plunder.
When clearly, we all know that's Uncle Sam's job. It belongs in a museum. Yeah, and the reward for finding it belongs in a bank account.
Yes! Yes! Oh no!
Many believe my great-grandfather to be a crazy liar, with his tales of African spirits and ancient beasts lurking in the dark. I was one of them. But life has a way of changing your perspective.
Ich habe bereits 12 Männer da hineingeschickt. Nicht einer ist wieder herausgekommen. Wir können uns keine weiteren Verluste leisten.
Aber die Tore sind offen. Wir sind so gut wie am Ziel. Good morning, Mr. Quatermain. Always a pleasure to meet a man of such august extraction, even under these unfortunate circumstances.
Get your hands off me, you filthy primate!
And this must be our esteemed host, the Pharaoh with the flair for the dramatic.
Bravo, Mr. Quatermain. This is the second time you've helped us today. Now, if you would please step away from the tomb and allow me to take care of the heart.
Careful! According to my research, the tomb can trigger this entire room to collapse.
Empty? Why is it empty? What did you do with it?
No magic heart inside. Not even a magic appendix.
Fool! The heart of Atlantis is power beyond belief, forged by the greatest civilization ever to walk the earth. It must be here. It has to be. I don't understand.
You, smart girl. Help the doctor.
Over my dead body.
Careful, Fräulein Goodwin. Hauptsturmführer Stein would be happy to oblige such a request.
All right, all right! A broken heart can never beat. It binds. A starving or maybe famished king? I can't make out the rest. Something about the leg of a guide?
And again, you prove to be of great help, Fräulein Goodwin. Anubis, the Emerald God. He accompanied the pharaohs on their last journey. Even the embalmers wore his mask. A man with the head of a jackal.
You talk too much.
That's just one part. Its guardians must have divided it up. But where did they put the other half?
Well, I guess we tried. Time to head home, everybody. Great job.
Not so fast, Mr. Quatermain. Fräulein Goodwin, would you please be so kind and put the fragment into the shrine over there? I'd do it myself, but there may well be more traps. Unglaublich. Stellar constellations. Hauptsturmführer, I think we are ready to leave.
Gut. Auf Wiedersehen, Quatermain.
Take Fräulein Goodwin and get out of here. It will get ugly in here. Take this. You'll need both. Now run! I am the shepherd. Stein trusts me, and I would like to keep it that way. So, go!
Give me your hand! Magic artifacts, ancient curses, rampaging mummies. Suddenly my great-granddad's stories didn't seem all that crazy anymore. The true curse, however, was my own curiosity. My hunting instincts had been awakened, just like those rotting corpses. Now the hunt was on.
It's a map. It shows the position of Sirius and the stars around it. But tens of thousands of years ago.
About that. What exactly is this heart doohickey, and how many pieces are there?
We don't know. All we know is it was created by an ancient people, long before any known human civilization. A people so advanced they might be the basis of all our legends about gods and mythical places. In particular, the island of Atlantis.
So it's out of date?
Ever so slightly. But this configuration, it can only be observed from one place, the Arctic. That is where you'll find the next fragment of the heart. And it's where the Nazis are headed.
You even want to think about what the Nazis could do with such power if they managed to reassemble it. The mummies in Egypt were just a foretaste of what's to come.
The most unbelievable part of all this so far is how you got Uncle Sam to pay for this whole crazy agency of yours.
Ever heard of the Panama Canal? It only exists thanks to Professor Jacob's genius. Financing this agency was the least they could do in return.
And are all the other agents pain-in-the-ass bookworms like you?
Better dress warmly, Mr. Quatermain. We're almost at our destination. Just a few more miles.
Visibility's nil. I have to take us down or we'll crash. We'll walk the rest of the way.
Walk? We don't have time for that. We have to
Listen.
No, for once, you listen.
Not me, the radio.
Sounds like an agency distress call.
Could be Hagen.
Hard to tell. Too much interference.
Okay, time to do this right. I'll go and check it out. See if I can find Hagen.
Are you crazy? We have clear orders.
Yeah, and I'm a real follow orders kind of guy. Hagen saved your well-shaped ass in Egypt, remember? We owe him. Time to improvise. You stay here, analyze that star map. I'll be back as soon as I find the source of that distress signal.
All right. You had me at well-shaped.
Hagen, where are your Gestapo buddies?
That's Dr. Hagen, please. So viel Zeit muss sein. How fortunate that you heard my signal. I had to escape. Stein was getting suspicious. He will send his dogs as soon as he notices I'm gone. I knew you would be able to follow the star map. Good work, Mr. Quaterman.
I might have had some help with that map, Doc. What is this place, anyway?
No time to explain now, Mr. Quaterman. They have the first fragment of the heart in a submarine at the main base. We have to hurry and get it.
Hände hoch, Dr. Hagen!
That is unfortunate. Ich bin der wissenschaftliche Leiter dieser Expedition. Nehmen Sie sofort Ihre Waffen runter. Das ist ein Befehl.
You heard the man. Nehmen Sie Ihre Waffeln runter. What did I just say?
Put down your waffles.
I thought I told you to stay in the plane.
I improvised. Besides, if it wasn't for me, you'd be making permanent snow angels by now. I'll take that as a thank you. All right, Doctor, what's next?
I don't like the sound of that! They say the unknown and the awful always bring a man nearer to his maker. And that snowstorm was trying hard to get me a private audience with the guy upstairs. Trying hard to tell me to turn back. Maybe I should have listened.
Quatermain, are you okay?
I'm fine. Miss me?
Like the frostbite that must have got into that tiny brain of yours.
We have to move. There is still a few miles to go before the base. And we need to get there before Stein.
So this ain't the sub where the heart doohickey is?
I'm afraid not. Stein's U-boat is docked at the base. Stein, we have to get the heart back from him.
Easier said than done.
Willkommen! Now I can kill 3 flies with 1 clap!
Huh?
Different languages, different proverbs, Mr. Quatermain.
Hey, Steinreich! I think you have something that belongs to us!
It belongs to the Reich! It belongs to our Führer!
Down!
Beware of snakes, American. They can never neglect their nature.
It's here. The heart is ours.
Here. It will be safer with you.
We got the first half back. What next?
With this, we will be able to enter the temple complex. And there, I am sure, we will find the other half of the heart.
So, what are we waiting for?
Into the eternal darkness. Into fire. And into ice.
At ease, Shakespeare.
Dante, actually, Mr. Quatermain.
Sarcasm's not your thing, is it, Doc?
An Atlantean temple. Impressive, is it not? Perfectly preserved within the ice. For thousands of years.
This far north? Didn't Atlantis sink in the Atlantic?
Atlantis is a myth, a legend. But there is truth to be found in this legend, Mr. Quatermain. What we call Atlantis today was but the center of a sophisticated civilization, whose people possessed wisdom and power we can only dream
We
of.
clearly dream about very different things, Doc. How come those ancient wise guys didn't freeze to death out here?
The heart, Quatermain. The heart gives life, and life is heat.
There must be another fragment.
Hooray. This coastline looks familiar. South America?
Certainly looks like it. Guatemala, probably. But what could the spirals mean?
No idea. But I'm sure Dr. Hagen will be bursting to tell us some long story about it. Let's take the heart and get out of this fridge. South America sounds real tempting right now.
Hold on. Just let me make a copy.
Did you find the other half?
We did, but it seems our journey's not quite over yet. There's another fragment. And look!
Spirals, interesting. This reminds me of the tale of the sunken...
Later, Doc. First, let's get out of here. Told you. After you, m'lady.
Good manners from a Quatermain? That heart's power must be something else.
Hagen, what the hell are you doing?
Would you now be so kind as to hand over the artifact, Mr. Quatermain? And don't even think about reaching for your gun. Or I will have to spread Fräulein Goodwin's blood all over these ancient walls.
Hagen, you double-crossing son of a...
Mr. Quatermain, let's not overstay our welcome. Just throw me the artifact, would you kindly? Much obliged.
Good one! No! You better pray your Nazi buddies find you first, because compared to what I'm gonna do to you for
But
this...
they won't find me. Our dear Hauptsturmführer knew that I betrayed the Reich, but thanks to you, he's dead. In fact, you killed just about everyone who knew about my betrayal. I will get in contact with your little agency should I need help again. But I think first I need a vacation. I hear Guatemala is beautiful this time of year. Goodbye, James.
Hagen! Can you get back up?
Drop your weapons, fascists!
You dropped them, you dumb son of a Porsche! I just finished taking out an entire SS platoon! You think I can't handle a couple of commies?
Отставить, не стрелять! You are American?
And archaeologists.
So, where are you brushes and pigs, archaeologists?
If you were chasing the Germans, then you're too late, comrade. They already left.
I'm not interested in your lies, Miss Archaeologist. Hand over the artifact.
You're out of luck, Red. If you want it, go and chase the skinny German. He took it and left us here to die.
Very well. You will tell us everything. Surrender, and we will not harm you. I give you my word as Colonel of the Red Army.
Fine, just don't shoot.
What? After all this? You want us to just surrender?
Hagen has both fragments of the heart. Let them take us out of here. I know you'll find a way to help us escape later. Live today, fight tomorrow.
Man must die. At the worst, he can but die a little sooner. I had lost the artifact, lost the girl, lost the fight. All I have left to lose now, I thought, is my very life. But not today.
What is the artifact? Why are the fascists looking for it? Why are they going to South America?
Artifact? I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't treat me like a fool. I found the map on you. And I'm quickly running out of patience and polite words, Miss Archaeologist. And this is not the only way we can do this.
The Nazis threatened us too. Remind me what the difference is between you and them? You illiterate savage.
Savage?
Get your hands off her!
Let me take you on a tour to the heart of my little underground kingdom. And when you see what we have created down here, I will ask you again if you think this is the work of savages. And you, I suggest you tell my soldiers all you know if you want to live. Women are rare around these parts, but you, what use are you? Выбейте из него все. Если сдохнет, туда ему и дорога.
Take that! Take that! Hooah!
What took you so long?
I had to finish a game of chess with one of my commie friends. Now come on, let's move.
Hagen's probably halfway to Guatemala already. We might as well just give up now and start planning for the apocalypse.
Look at me. We will get out of here. We'll follow Hagen to Guatemala, and I'll force-feed him every last piece of gold I've found in these godforsaken temples. You paid me to get you that artifact, remember? Job's not done yet.
My, how you've changed, Mr. Quatermain.
Everything has an end. If only you live long enough to see it. Professor Jacobs had gathered more information about the heart. 3 fragments. 1 in Egypt, 1 in the Arctic, and 1 at our destination, the jungles of Guatemala. Yet not even the professor could tell us what might happen if the fragments are reunited. But what's the good of talking? Those who live to see will see.
Did the professor tell you about the source of the new information on the heart?
You mean how his father was an acquaintance of my great-granddad Alan? Hell, when he was a kid, the prof even met the old man in...
Yes, I know. Get to the point.
Easy, soldier. The prof owns a couple of the old man's unpublished diaries, where great-granddad speculates about the connection between the legend of the 7 cities of gold and the temples we've been to. Great-granddad Alan thought there are 7 temples, and he managed to find 6 of them before he died.
But he didn't find the heart of Atlantis?
Or maybe was smart enough not to unite it.
That damn German snake. We have to get the heart back.
And then our only worry will be what to do on Saturday nights.
Our?
Well, I know this little place near a lovely oasis.
What the hell?
Turbulence, maybe?
James,
Jan?
remember those spirals on the map?
Yes?
I don't think they were for decoration. There's a giant vortex building up beneath us. It's pulling us in! Help me! I can't hold it!
Jennifer, we have to jump while we still can!
I need to warn the professor!
The radio's fried! Come on! We have to go now!
Quatermain, are you all right?
Well, if you want to give me the kiss of life.
In your dreams.
Any idea how to get this thing open? Dynamite, maybe?
How come seeing the magnificent artwork of a highly developed civilization only makes you want to blow things... Oh?
Talk about losing your head.
If only I had a nickel for every bad joke.
This must be the place that monk wrote about. Not bad for a humble mission.
Somebody really doesn't want us here.
Stop, you filthy coward! As we approached the temple, we knew if there had ever been a time for turning back, then it was gone now. Blinded by the thrill of the chase, we'd failed to take even a moment to talk about what we'd do if we got the heart back from Hagen. Would we try to find the third fragment, or just destroy it?
Mr. Quarterman, welcome to the party! As much as I'd like to...
I'm getting rather tired of his speeches.
I know exactly what you mean.
Shoot them! Into the fire, Mr. Quarterman! Into the fire!
Yes, that hurt, didn't it, you bastard? Good one! Jan! Where are you?
James,
Drop your guns, Mr. Quarterman. All of them.
just kill the bastard!
Ergreift ihn! You know, the only real difference between you and those Arab dogs is that you don't take direct orders. The way you cleared the way for us, like a bloodhound. No hesitation, no remorse. Remarkable. Thank you for being such a good dog.
Man must die. At the worst, he can but die a little sooner. I was having a major case of deja vu. Captured by the enemy again, separated from Jen again, and another self-absorbed madman trying to figure out how to improve my day. Hagen had changed. The prospect of power corrupting his mind even more, eating away at his sanity like cancer. The cancer I had just the cure for. courtesy of my trusty shooting iron.
Wakey, wakey! This is no time for sleep, James. I have grown fond of you, little pup. We shall unravel the last mysteries of this ancient place together. Behold, the entrance to Xibalba, the land between shadows. This is where the last part of the heart lies. This is the tomb of the creators of the heart, whom the Mayans called Hun Kame and Wukub Kame.
Not another bloody story. Just kill me already.
You know, I'm not much of a killer. These men, however, they have been well educated in this respect. I'd really hate to demonstrate their skills.
Just get on with what you want from me, you goddamn son of a bitch!
You seem to have a talent for opening doors, little pup. So I want you to be a good boy and open the gate for me.
I'll open your damn gate, Hagen, and then I will kill you.
Americans, always with the drama. Once I am inside, death will be a concept worth revisiting.
I destroyed every priceless piece of cultural heritage I could find. You should be safe now.
I am. Go get Hagen. He's already crossed the Bridge of Tears. They're heading for the tomb.
You won't get away this time.
James, wait!
I know. You regret all the terrible things you said about me. But you've grown quite fond of me by now. You want me to be careful.
Actually, I just wanted to tell you to put an extra bullet in Hagen's head for me.
Oh, well, I'll do my best.
You always do. I'll catch up with you. Now go!
You're an extraordinary man, Mr. Quarterman, I have to admit.
Can't say the same thing about you, you crazy megalomaniac!
As usual, you fail to see the broader picture. Xibalba is more than just another temple. It is a stronghold, built around the very gateway to the underworld. The power to rule over the very source of death itself, Mr. Quarterman.
And you really think this power should be in the hands of a mere human?
Let alone a nut job like you?
Ignorant man raise questions that wise man answered 1,000 years ago. It is not a question of moral, whether one should seize a chance like this or not. If it can be done, it must be done. Such is the composition of human nature, Mr. Quarterman.
making sure nobody will ever enter Chivalra again.
Agent Goodwin, glad to have you back in one piece.
More or less. Where's Quatermain?
He has already returned to Egypt.
He just took the gold and left?
Most of it, but thanks to his collector's spirit, we won't have to worry about finances for a while. Though the gold seems to have lost the invigorating qualities he talked about.
Professor, would you mind if I took some time off?
Of course not. I hear Egypt is lovely this time of the year.
There is no journey upon this earth a man may not make if he sets his heart to it. No mountain he cannot climb, no desert he cannot cross. If he holds his life in his hands, counting it as nothing, ready to keep it or lose it as heaven above may order. Such are the words of my great-grandfather, Alan Quatermain, a man whom I have wrongly disrespected for most of my life. And with this I leave you, my esteemed readers, to choose whether to remain an unbeliever such as I was in what now feels like a different life. Humbly yours, James Lee Quatermain.
7 temples. And we've only seen
Plenty
3.
more material then for me to write another story about our adventures.
Which you can never publish. James,
Jen,
you can never publish your stories.
don't worry. Nobody believed me anyway.